Hey everyone, in this video we're going to take a look at my collection of Matchbox garage and service center playsets. Now this is not a complete collection of every single garage and service center playset that has been released over the years. This is just a collection of my favorites that I've come across and have decided to keep in my collection. So I have quite a few of them here to show you, and I kind of have them in order from the oldest to the newest. So we're going to kind of take a look at them in order and see how these sets have kind of changed over the years and take a look at the different designs and features they've included in every set. So without any further introduction, let's get started with the first set right over here. So this first set here is the Matchbox Action System Super Service Center. This is the oldest one in my collection and also the largest one. This one is kind of cool because it actually does include a car wash playset here, and then another little service station, smaller set as an add-on right over here as well, and it has some track to connect these pieces together. But of course, the big service center is right here, and this one I believe is from sometime in the 1990s, although this is kind of like a remake of an original set. I think they had this maybe in the 80s or so. They had an older design of this. I'm not really exactly sure, but certainly this is a really cool older design set. It's got a lot of cool little features on it. This is the car that came with it, just an older Matchbox car. Let's see, it's called AMG Mercedes C-Class, and the car has a copyright of 1996, so that's approximately when this set came out. So let's take a look at some of the features on this set. First of all, it does have an elevator, so you can lift the car up to the top floor, just like this. And the thing that I really like about this set is there's a lot of open space on top, so you can park a lot of cars. You can park a car there, you can park one here, here, and here if you want, so lots of nice space for parking. You could probably park a couple back there. And then it also has a few cool service stations in here as well. You can drive up here and rotate the car around, and you do that by rotating this sign right here, and here you can see the actual title of the set, the Action System Super Service Center. So you just spin that big sign around and the car will spin. It's pretty cool. And we also have a little mechanical lift right here. Drive off of that and you can go to the tire rotator center right here. Just spin this little handle and you can see that the wheels will turn. So that's what I really like about this set, is that it has a lot of open space and you can drive down the ramp and go to the other stations. So there were a lot of other sets in this action system that you could kind of collect and connect with the track and everything. The car wash was sold separately, as was this little set. I can't remember the exact name of this set, but these were all sold separately, but they came together in this one pack for this big service center set. So it has a little car wash here, and you can actually use real water if you want, but I'm not going to because it's messy. But you just slide the little handle and the car goes through the wash. It's a pretty cool little system there. And you can also turn a little handle and the guy moves there. Let's see, I think, yeah, the guy on the front moves with the car wash, which is really cool as well. Let's see if I can get him out here, and we'll drive around to the other station. And over here you can tilt the handle and lift the car up. And fuel up and go. On the front of this set, it has another mechanical lift, just like the one on top, but by far the coolest feature on this set, and I've never seen this on any other set, is if you pull this handle, you can drive the car right into the garage here. Then if you turn the handle to the side like this, pull it out, car comes out right through the front. So basically what you have is inside here, put the car in, and it automatically turns around mechanically inside there, and pull it out and the car launches right out. So that's a really cool old feature. I've never seen anything like that on a modern set. So this is a really cool older set. Kind of shows you what the older garage sets kind of looked like back in the day. Now let's move on to the next one. This next playset, I forget the actual name of it. It might have been called just the Matchbox Garage or Hero City Garage. I can't remember the exact name, but it's a basic service center or garage sort of set from the era of the late 90s or early 2000s. It was also compatible with the Hot Wheels World collection of sets. It has the same connector here, so a lot of these Matchbox sets had these style of connectors, which could also connect with the Hot Wheels sets, which was really cool. But this is kind of a cool set. It's got some areas for, you know, cars to park and stuff, fuel up. If we drive the car over here, it also has a working lift. So you can bring the car up a level to the top, send it down the ramp. And if you park the car up here, you can also pull this sign down and launch into that. You can turn this handle, send the car down that way. And drive over here, and this little feature does something too. The little feature moves up and down. So just a basic set, but you can kind of see how it got a little bit of a more modern design as compared to this older set for sure. This was just a basic. I think it was around $10 when it was in the stores. So again, that was like late 90s, early 2000s. Then if we move forward a little bit, I have some of these portable sets that they did, which were around the same time actually. This first one is a service center set, although it does say garage right on the side. And then this second one here was called Garage, and this one also says Garage. These little sets were really cool because they only costed about $5 when they were in the stores, and they could fold up into a little portable carrying case. As you can see, if I just pull up this one side, it had a little carrying handle here, and this was about the size it would be if it was folded up. So yeah, just a nice little portable and cheap play set that they had back in the day. They also had different variations of these with basically the same design. They had like a police station and a fire station and things like that. These are the two different garage variations that they had. And so this one also, just like this set here, came with a tow truck. This is a much older style tow truck. Let's see what kind it is here. Let's see if it says 1987 GMC Wrecker, so definitely an older style truck. But these are very basic sets. You just drive the car in, send it up the lift, down the ramp. You can set this like this and run it over with the truck, just like that. So basically, you know, very basic features, and there's a lot of room to drive your cars around as well. If you want to get the tires changed, you can come over here, go to the tire changing station there. So just a very basic fold-up play set, which is really cool. And the garage set, this orange style variation, isn't much different. This one comes with a little dump truck. Isn't much different, has basically the same features. You just drive the truck up and send it down. The difference with this one is it does have a little moving crane, which is pretty cool. But otherwise it's the same basic design. But these are very cool $5 nice little portable sets. And after they had these, a few years later, they came out with these, I think they were called pop-up play sets, and they're called pop-up play sets because they really did just kind of pop out right when you unfolded them. These also fold into little carrying cases, which is really cool. A little bit bigger of a design, and it has a few more features on it. This little ramp here was actually from another set. I decided to keep it in this set just because it kind of fits in nicely, but that wasn't included if you were to buy this in the store. Just these two ramps were. But either way, this was one of my favorites from that collection of pop-up play sets. They had many different designs, construction sites. I think they had like a harbor-themed one, all kinds of different variations. But this one is the Auto Center play set. So the closest equivalent to a garage set, basically. Has a lot of cool little features. It has this little launcher here. Sometimes it doesn't work really well unless you really push the button there. Send the car over and hit the brick wall on the other side. That is if you can do it right. There we go. It also has a little car wash down at the bottom here. You can drive your car through there. Over here it has the little 24-hour garage little area. You can drive the car around the back and pretend like you're going to get it serviced up back there. You can park the car right back there. It does have a little parking space. You can pull the car back out, drive up the ramp to the second floor. And up here we do have a little gas pump and a little bit of parking areas up here, so you can park a couple cars up on top on the second floor. Now if you go up to the third floor, this has a cool little tire rotating area as well, so you can just turn the little handle. Sometimes it doesn't work all that well, but if you get it set up just right, you can sometimes turn the wheels on the truck. So yeah, this was a cool unfoldable, I believe they called it a pop-up set. So this is the auto center. Really cool little set. And it's really cool to see it fold up. And just to show you how interesting this set is when it folds up, I removed a few of the parts and got it ready just so I can really quickly demonstrate how it folds up into this portable case right here. And you can see that this just snaps on. Let's see, I would have to close it all the way. This snaps on and it's just a nice portable case. Unfold it again and you can see how it literally just pops out of there. So this is a really cool design they did for these pop-up sets. If we move over to this next set now, you can tell that this is quite a bit of a different design from the others. For a while they started to design these sets that were basically ready to play out of the box without any assembly required, with the exception of attaching a couple ramps to each side. But basically you could pull this set right out of the box, the stickers were already applied, and there were no pieces that you had to put together. So this garage set is an example of those. I think these were available mainly in the mid to late 2000s, although like sets like this you could still get in stores as late as 2017. They still had a few of these available. This particular one I got came with 10 cars. I can't remember if these were the exact 10 cars that it came with, but most of them did come with this set when I purchased it. So this garage is, you can see that it's kind of shaped just like a box because that's how it was designed. It was designed to, you know, pull it right out of the box and you're ready to play. So that's why it's kind of a flat, skinny sort of design. But let's drive a car through it and take a look at some of the features. Actually, let's try it with a few cars. It has a 3-level elevator here, so we can drive a car onto the bottom, and we'll drive a car onto the top level here and twist the crank, and we can put one more car in the middle. Let's see, just make sure he's on there. There we go. And you can turn this all the way so that the cars can go to 3 different levels. So you can use this as an elevator or also just to park your cars if you want. And then you can send them through into the actual repair area here. You can tilt this, pretend to repair your car, and then if you want to launch it, just turn this like that. And then if you want to send another car through, just raise the crank, send the next car in. There is actually a little bit of a launcher on the back if you just pull this handle here, or push it down rather. You can send the car in. And then on the bottom there's just a little parking base, so if you want to pretend you're gassing up your cars, you can park a car down at the bottom there as well. And this set, I believe when it was first available in stores it was around $10. I think when this version you buy that comes with the 10 cars like this is closer to $15 or $20, but either way that was basically the price of the set in most of the stores. And moving on, we have this different style of service center set. It's kind of a service center, but it kind of has a little bit of everything going on at once. It has a little food mart section here, has a little garage right over here, a garage / service area. Then over here we have like a, you know, sort of service center with a gas station sort of thing right here, and then a drive-up ramp as well. This little series was called Adventure Links, and this was actually around the same time as this set for the most part. But some of you may recognize this style of track. This is basically the same style as the Hot Wheels USA, which is a very, very old style of city set. I think it was, I don't know, it was before the 1990s that they had the Hot Wheels USA, and then they had some Walmart exclusive sets called the Hot Wheels City sets, where they basically remade those Hot Wheels USA sets, and then they made some new designs as well. And so they were called Hot Wheels USA, and they basically looked kind of like this. But then Matchbox made a few of their own with this same style, so they could all connect together, and Matchbox decided to call these Adventure Links, and these were kind of made more widely available, but they're a little bit more simplistic than some of the Hot Wheels City sets. But this is just one example that I have for Matchbox, because it's just a nice little small set, has just kind of some basic features, and I kind of enjoy it just because it's kind of just a basic service center sort of set. So it comes with one tow truck here, just one 2-lane piece of track, and then the 2 actual playset sections, so you can park right here. In the old city sets, I think instead of having a sticker here, they had like a little gas pump or something. So they did omit a few little features in this Matchbox remake, but otherwise it's, you know, kind of the same. You can also drive the car up the ramp here and park a few cars on top if you want. We'll turn it around and drive down. And it's kind of cool because no space is really wasted on this set. Like, they kind of have a little something to do everywhere on the set. They even have, hiding over here, a little parking garage underneath, so you can park a car under there. We'll drive the car over here and take a look at some of the features over here. It just has this little drive-through food mart. You can basically just drive right through there. And it's got a little parking garage here with a door, so you can actually park your car inside there, just like that. And we'll pull them out. Actually, I'll have to tilt the set a little bit to get them to come out there. Then the other cool feature it does have is this little launcher. It's a very old style launcher. It's the same that they had for the Hot Wheels USA sets way back in the day, I'm pretty sure. So you just push the button, send it down the track. So this is basically the service center. They had a few different designs. I think they had like a police station and other designs as well that were, you know, they could all connect to these Adventure Link sets and the Hot Wheels USA and the Hot Wheels City sets. So that's what this one is. This is a pretty cool little service center set. Now we'll move on to the next one over here. Now this next one is one of my favorites in my collection of Matchbox Garage playsets. I think this was called Classic Garage. This was available only at Toys R Us. I think it was only at Toys R Us, an exclusive there. And basically, it's a completely modern design, but they made it so that it kind of mimics the older style of garage playsets. So it has just, you know, kind of old style features. There's not a lot of flashy, you know, features or any little monsters that pop out or anything. It's just it's a really nice classic garage sort of style playset. It comes with one tow truck. I can't remember if it came with this green tow truck or this orange one. They're both the same, just different colors with this next one I'll show you. But I'll show you some of the features. It just has a couple ladders here. Has parking on 3 levels for a few cars. Right on the bottom you can park a few cars down there. Then on the second floor it actually there's a parking spot there. It also has a little car wash, and then on the top it has a service bay. It also has an elevator to take you to all of the levels. So we'll give that a try here. So a classic spiral loop design, which I really enjoy, going all the way down the set, and you can send your way down the spiral loop all the way down if you want, or if you want to stop at any particular floor, you can just push the button. You can end up at the 3rd floor, for example, if you want to service up your car. And if you want to stop at the 2nd floor and check out the car wash, you can do that as well. And you can send it down this express exit if you'd like. So like I said, this was a Toys R Us exclusive. It was only available in stores for I think a couple years, and I think it's now out of production, and it's a little bit kind of hard to find now. I think you can probably find it online or something if you wanted to find one, but anyway, this is one of my favorite Matchbox garages in my entire collection, is this classic garage. But in recent years, this is the most recent one I have. They made a more modern version of that garage. It's got a few different features, and it kind of has a more modern look to it, as you can see. So let's take a look at the features of this one. And this one was, I don't know if this is a Toys R Us exclusive or if it was made available in other stores, but I know Toys R Us definitely had it, and that's where I picked this one up. So let's take a look at the features of this set. So first of all, it does come with one Matchbox tow truck. In fact, it's the exact same one as the classic garage, just a different color. And like I said, I can't remember if the green one came with this set or this set. I might have mixed the two up, I'm not sure, but either way, they're the same car, just different colors. And the features on this set are pretty much, they're very similar to the other set. We've got a, classic lift here with the turn crank to bring it all the way to the top, or stop at any floor that you'd like. We also have a spiral ramp that goes all the way to the bottom, but it's a little bit different looking. Kind of has a more modern look to it. So let's send the car down. And you can see that the car does go quite a bit faster down this ramp, which is pretty cool. And if we take a look at the connecting points here, you can see that it's compatible with a lot of the Matchbox playsets that were available, when this was released. I think this was a 2016 release. I'm not 100% sure on that, but they had a lot of sets that kind of connected like this, and so they have one of these end pieces, and you could connect more here. And you could also attach some of the more modern Hot Wheels track to this as well, like the track builder stuff. You could attach that to these. Has a point right here, then a point at the entryway here where you could attach more track or play sets like that. Whereas this classic garage was kind of designed more as a standalone set on its own. It's kind of a really nice display piece, actually. There's no connection points to attach it to other sets. It's kind of more designed to be its own standalone play set, which, for that reason I really like this one. But this one is really cool too. So let's take a look at a few of the other features. It has all these diverters on it, just like the other set. So you can stop at the 3rd floor, go through this car wash, a little bit of a more modern spin on a car wash. Instead of having brushes on both sides, it just has this kind of crazy single brush design, so you can kind of pretend to clean your car that way. But once you drive through the car wash, it does have some parking spaces on top here. Then we can drive down to the 2nd floor, which has the repair center stuff. On the 2nd floor, it has some of these little repair stations. You can pretend like you're fixing up the car, pretend like you're changing a tire or something like that. It also has a liftable ramp here. There's also a little bit of room for parking on the 2nd floor as well. I will send the car to the 1st floor. Let's use this express exit diverter. Now if we take a look at the ground floor here, you can see it does have a ladder so that you can drive underneath and park some more cars underneath, but there is not a base underneath like there is for the 1st floor of this classic set. It has, a nice plastic base to park your cars. This one is just an open design. You can just kind of pretend there's a base there and drive your cars underneath. So It also has a little gas pump on the first floor as well. But basically, in comparing these two sets, you can basically see that this is just a little bit of a more kind of modern spin on the classic garage design. It basically has the same features. It's just a little bit more kind of modern looking, and I like both of them very much. I think they're very, they're both very unique sets. So anyways, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. Basically just taking a look at my collection of Hot Wheels garage and service center playsets, and kind of just taking a look at how they've changed throughout the years. Certainly some things have changed from going from the oldest set to the newest set, and they certainly look a little bit different and have different features and things like that. All of them are really cool in my opinion, and of course there are other Matchbox garages and service center sets that have been made available. I don't own them all, and I think the ones that I have are the ones that I enjoy the most, so I hope you guys enjoy them as well. And if you're interested in seeing individual reviews of each of these sets, I have reviewed almost all of them, I think, and so I will have links in the description if you want to check out those videos and see each of these sets in a little bit more detail. So with that said, thank you very much for watching.